Bruce decided the time had come to take his wife and son to meet his family in Hong Kong.
It's a very exciting city. It really is. It's going all the time. The city is on all the time. And there's very many, people are hurrying here and there all the time. And it certainly is a different culture than Seattle, Washington, where I grew up, But it was very exciting and very exciting to learn about. And I didn't feel like a fish out of water. The family was very accepting of me. I think it was fairly unusual, both in the United States and in Hong Kong at that time, that we were a mixed couple. His family was quite accepting of it, though. His mother had a small percentage of German heritage already.
Bruce Lee had been born on November 27, 1940, in San Francisco. His father, a Cantonese opera singer and film actor, was on tour in America when his wife gave birth to their third child. The boy was called Saifon, a girl's name to ward off the evil spirits who might steal away a male child. Later renamed Junfan, which means return again, the doctor on duty nicknamed him Bruce. In Hong Kong, Bruce made his first screen appearance at the age of 3 months in one of his father's films. He was already a successful child actor when he met Tony Liu.
好曳啊，成日整蠱我哋啊！即係當我哋僆仔啊，嗰陣時我媽咪係黎民，佢就同佢爹哋啊，就好成日一日嗰陣時嘅粵語片咧，一日係3部戲啊、4部戲啊、7部戲都有嘅。咁啊，成日都喺片場就喺埋一齊，咁大家都係一個有陣時佢係小朋友演員，我係小朋友演員，大家就跟住媽咪一齊入去玩，咁佢係大哥跟住佢啊，有陣時玩埋一齊啊，做埋一齊啊，但係佢做好多嘢係即係佢都係惡晒㗎啦，咁我哋只不過係跟住佢後邊嘅小流羅靚仔咁樣啦，咁但係嗰陣時我哋已經係好崇拜佢㗎。
I went to same school, Bruce, but he's older than me. He's 7 years older than I am. The school is St. Francis Xavier. And at that time, I haven't met Bruce, but everybody talk about Bruce Lee because he's a big bully. I always see that, he get into fights and he always beat everybody up.
Bruce also had a reputation as a dancer. In 1959, he was crowned Hong Kong's Cha-Cha champion, but his first devotion was to Wing Chun, a style of Kung Fu which he studied under the master Yip Man. Kung Fu was never taught to Westerners. It was a Chinese secret weapon. When fellow students discovered that Bruce had a German grandparent, they refused to train with him. But Master Yip Man gave special training to his most promising pupil. Bruce loved to test his skills in real street fights and soon became known to the police as a troublemaker. So, when Bruce turned 18, his father sent him away to America. By the age of 23, Bruce was married with a young son. He dedicated himself to training. He wanted to prove to the West the power of Chinese Kung Fu.
He was never still. He was always busy, employing himself toward achieving his goals in life. So he was either working out or practicing his martial art, and we always had all the fellas over at our house, his students and friends that would come over and work out at our house. So our house was always busy with people around. We had equipment hanging off the rafters on the patio and in the garage and everywhere you might see. I was often the guinea pig, he would ask me to come over and stand in this pose or that pose or try out some techniques on me.
Bruce knew there was a way to bring Kung Fu to a wider audience. He set his sights on a film career, and in 1965 his chance came. A Hollywood producer had heard about Bruce from his hairdresser, who'd seen one of his demonstrations. Bruce was summoned to a screen test.
Now, Bruce, just look right into the camera lens right here and tell us your name, your age, and where you were born.
My last name is Lee, Bruce Lee. I was born in San Francisco in 1940. I'm 24 right now.
And you worked in motion pictures in Hong Kong?
Yes, since I was around 6 years old.
Show us some Kung Fu movements.
Well, it's hard to show it alone, but I will try to do my best.
All right, maybe one of the fellows will walk in.
Yeah, it would be...
Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Come on, lady.
Okay.
There you go.
Although accidents do happen, but, you know, there are various kind of strikes. It depends on where you hit and what weapon you will be using. To the eyes, you would use fingers. Don't worry. To the eyes. Or straight at the face, from the waist, everything on. There is the finger jab, there is the punch, there is the back fist, and then low. Of course, then they use leg, straight at the groin, or come up. Or, if I can back up a little bit, they start back from here, and then come back.
All right.
It kind of works.
He has nothing to worry about. Now, once again, show us how a good Kung Fu man would very coolly handle it and walk away, rather than get involved in a series of actions.
Cut it. Down.
Okay.
At the age of 26, Bruce landed his first American acting role. The producers of Batman had devised a similar series, The Green Hornet, about a heroic duo. Bruce was to play Britt Reed's sidekick, Kato.
You think Jimmy Key will talk if it means endangering Mary's life?
No.
Obviously, Duke Slade and his Chinese friends don't either.
Okay, we've got Jimmy, they've got Mary. What do we do now?
There's one thing we can't do. We can't turn him over to Scanlon.
You are the new student. Come closer.
You cannot see.
In 1966, Bruce Lee moved his family to Los Angeles to be closer to Hollywood. He opened a new Kung Fu school in Chinatown. Dan Lee is now 76 years old. 30 years ago, he was one of the school's first students.
You think I cannot see?
Of all things, to live in darkness must be the worst.
Fear is the only darkness.
The dedication he has or training is just in awe. I couldn't believe it. It's a day from morning to evening. He was systematically training the arm, the legs, this and that. And I was told that when he make a left punches, how fast his punches are. Well, he did 2,000 punches a day. 2,000 punches. Now I tried one time, 500 punches. My shoulders worn out already. You know, it was so hard.
Bruce was developing his own unique style of martial arts. He was constantly innovating, studying boxing, fencing, and wrestling to create a more complete fighting system. He called it Jeet Kune Do, or Way of the Intercepting Fist. Bruce was impatient for perfection. His temper could be explosive.
When Bruce get angry or something, he get into a different mode. And when it's all over, so he came back to his senses again. And Bruce just happened to bought some new 16-ounce boxing gloves. You know? So we just go on admiring in the kitchen. You know? And then all of a sudden Bruce says, let's give it a try. Dan, put the gloves on. I said, go, what, me? Put the gloves on? Yeah, put the gloves on. So all of a sudden, put the chairs away. We start sparring, you know? And of course I know this was just a test of gloves, not really for sparring. Then Bruce made a punch toward me, and from my boxing days, I just instinctively slip and counter, you know. It was so fast, I wasn't intending it. It was just my normal boxing instinct. Boom, slip, hit. Now he got angry, you know, he's got frustrated. You know. So he started coming all on me. Boom, hitting, punching, you know, and I suddenly realized I'm fighting a monster here. You know? He just keep on chasing me. He hit me, and I'm moving back off, and hit the kitchen table, and I was ready to put my hands over there, and I was ready to brace myself. Put my hands down, brace myself. Wow! I punched right in my chin. You know? But the next day, I was doing something and I yawned. When I yawned,